My name is Julia, a Roman warrior, fueled by revenge. Standing across from me was Rocco. The guy was built like a massive iron tower, but if you looked into my eyes, you wouldn't see fear. You'd only see a desperate will to win. He swung that heavy great sword at me, but I dodged to the side. I found my opening and drove my blade right into him. Rocco went down. That huge body of his hit the ground like a collapsing temple. I looked up at the gray, gloomy sky and screamed. It wasn't a happy victory cry. It was 10 years of bottled up rage finally exploding out of me. My life wasn't supposed to be like this. Back in the 8th century BC, in the Apennine Mountains, I still remember my dad's hands rough but warm. He used to hold stalks of wheat, and my mom, she'd sit on the porch under the grapevines. I can still see the red yarn in her hands, dancing in the sunlight. Then, everything changed. The sound of horses broke the silence. That was the first time I'd ever seen an army. They wore wolf skins and carried long spears. My dad shoved me into a heavy oak cabinet. The second he closed the door, my whole world turned into a tiny sliver of light. Through that crack, I saw him. The monster, Rocco. He held a spear and coldly drove it through my dad's chest. My mom tried to grab his ankles, but he just kicked her away like she was trash. I didn't dare make a sound, but I was crying so hard I could barely see. Without my parents, I ended up wandering the filthiest back alleys of Rome, fighting stray dogs for scraps of food. Finally, an old man named Silas found me under a temple during a rainstorm and handed me a piece of warm bread. Then one day, I saw Rocco again at the Colosseum. He was soaking up the glory, killing people like it was a game. Right then, a fire of revenge lit up in my eyes. I started training like a crazy person. I'd hide behind stone pillars to watch the pros. The trainer caught me, saw the hunger for revenge in my eyes, and started teaching me. I practiced alone under the stars every night. I wasn't Julia anymore. I was a weapon forged for one purpose: revenge. Then I met Jack. He was like a ray of sunshine in my dark world. We trained together and sparred together. For a while, he was the only reason I ever thought about stopping. The night before the big tournament, I was practicing harder than ever. Jack showed up, and I finally told him everything, why I was pushing myself so hard. Neither of us knew that would be the last time we'd see each other. To protect me, Jack took my place in the fight. By the time I rushed to the arena, it was too late. I watched Rocco strike him down. I screamed over Jack's body, and the light in my eyes just went out. That was the moment a monster was born. After that, my training became self-torture. I practiced fighting blind in the dark until I was covered in scars. My eyes became cold, like the Grim Reapers. In the end, I won. I killed the man who ruined my life with my own 2 hands. Thousands of people were cheering and screaming like lunatics, but I just looked down at Rocco's body. He wasn't moving. I felt an emptiness I can't even describe. I dropped my sword and walked away from Rome, away from the place that gave me beauty, and then destroyed my life. I wonder what's next for me.